Sally Pearson is a desirable enthusiast who strives for the best in her athletic career. She has emerged as a young amateur athlete into an elite, obtaining medals, titles and awards along the way. A brief outline of how the sport delivery systems have contributed to Sally Pearson's thriving sporting career sets off this analysis, which is then followed by close acknowledgement of the relationship between sport delivery systems and Sally's overall sporting achievements. Additional sources are later introduced to illustrate key contributions of the sport delivery systems and how they are found useful. From a younger age, I have always been passionate for the athletic sporting field and competed on numerous occasions in local and state competitions. This inspired me to examine Sally Pearson's athletic journey when exploring sport delivery systems. These sport delivery systems are examined thoroughly throughout Sally Pearson's autobiography Believe, co-written with Scott Gullen in 2013. As discussed in the Sport Management Review of 2008, sport development is a key focus when it comes to sport delivery systems and is driven by a number of organisations that promote opportunities and the overall benefits of sport participation. Sporting policy, development through sport, development of sport, future patterns of sport delivery and marketing in relationship with sporting organisations and funding are all significant themes that exhibit the sport delivery systems. Sport delivery systems are the organisation, structure or body that is responsible for delivering opportunity to play. They play a specific role in performance analysis and performance measuring through sporting organisations and are assisted by state and local government agencies. When it comes to the sport delivery systems that enabled Sally to maximise her sporting potential, we can look at the number of organisations that became a major influence within her athletic career. Many of the organisations are listed and described later, however, briefly we can acknowledge the beneficial concepts that these organisations had. The organisations and the concepts involved invited Sally to enhance skill performance, direct Sally in a pathway that is seen as a benefit on her career, and support Sally in ways that they observe to be beneficial for her overall athletic goals. A large factor in maximising Sally's sporting potential was her sporting and life coach Sharon Hannon. Sharon drove Sally at a younger age closer and closer to her Olympic dreams. Sharon introduced Sally to a number of the organisations that assisted in measuring the performance of Sally when it came to training, inviting feedback on how well the organisational objectives were being met, and therefore instituting appropriate actions when targets are not being met. Sharon also played a large role in performance analysis proven through guidelines that she had laid out for Sally post-performance mishaps. Performance analysis allows coaches to make decisions to initiate performance enhancements. From an early age, Sally's passion and skill for athletics was acknowledged within a number of local community sporting events and organisations. Funding for local community sport can generally be sourced from local governments and provide a provision of facilities, training fields, leisure centres and land management. As a member of the Queensland Academy of Sport Athletics program, Queensland Athletics, Athletics Australia and supported by the AIS and IAAF, this has provided Sally with the training facilities, resources, funding, management, events and opportunities that she required to become an elite athlete. In order to run, these organisations are governed by a state governance that funds the day-to-day operations of sporting associations and clubs, delivers sporting programs to the community and establishes elite training facilities to assist in their ongoing development. At the elite level, the AIS is of great significance to elite sport and includes the management of the scholarship program and sport science and sport medicine. Sally acknowledges the support by introducing a manager into her career at a young age and further support through the introduction to sponsors. The Australian Sports Commission is not so much identified by Sally, however it is evident as an aspect of the AIS as an alliance and provides financial assistance and services for a range of programs to support the development and training of elite athletes. Sally Pearson is honoured as one of Australia's greatest Olympic athletes, specialising in track athletic events and claiming the 100-metre hurdling title. Sally is a highly competitive individual that focuses mainly on hurdle events. From a young age, Sally portrayed her goal of becoming an Olympic gymnast. She had started gymnastics at the age of 4 and continuously progressed over the years. In 1995, Sally and her family moved from Sydney to the Gold Coast in search for a better life. This is when Sally made the life-changing decision that she did not want to pursue gymnastics anymore. Without hesitation and with Sally's best interest at heart, her mother signed her up to Little Athletics. Sally's skills began to increase from continuous training and preparation and were acknowledged through her fair share of winnings of local, state and national representative events. Participation in these competitions led Sally towards a guidance that truly inspired her athletic career and transformed her into the athletic Olympic champion that she is today. Here is a representation of the major competitions and events that Sally was involved in at a local, state, national and international level. They begin at school competitions and local competitions and progress through to the Commonwealth Games, the World Cup and the Olympic Games at elite level. Followed is the format of these major competitions involving the placement format, which focuses mainly on timings, the tiering format, which initiates heat, semi-final and final events to allow for accuracy, the trial and selection method, which requires an athlete for trial for large international competitions, and circuit formats, which relies on accumulating points awarded. Below this is a representation of the top 10 achievements made throughout Sally's career. There are a number of sporting organisations that contributed to the ongoing achievements of athlete Sally Pearson that are identified and acknowledged in Sally Pearson's autobiography Believe, with a clear indication of how they impacted her in a positive way. Little Athletics Club allowed Sally to build knowledge, skill, agility and passion for athletics and fulfil a number of learning processes to build her character to where she is today. Queensland Academy of Sport assisted in the development of Sally Pearson's athletic career through working towards her goals, financial support, and providing an elite training environment for Sally to utilise in order to work towards high-performance competitions. Athletics Australia took interest in Sally in 2001 when she took out the under-20s 100-metre sprint title at the Australian Championships in Brisbane. The organisation expressed their interest in recruiting Sally for the World Youth Championship event, however Sally was deemed unsuccessful due to the age bracket. The organisation ran a number of programs, including the Talent on Tour program, which was designed for elite juniors and was Sally's first real insight into the life of a professional athlete. Queensland Athletics is an alliance of Athletics Australia and focuses on running and organising athletic events in Queensland. It strives to develop athletes of all abilities and a healthy lifestyle through community involvement. Sally was not an athlete of the Australian Institute of Sport. However, the organisation plays a massive role in delivering sport systems for individuals who strive to become an elite athlete and offers training facilities and resources and broadly acknowledges sport development for all. The AIS was responsible for initiating Sally's first manager, Robert Josk, as they had followed Sally's progression throughout her career and recognised her as a potential Olympic star. There are a number of other existing influential agencies that were seen as a huge impact for Sally Pearson's successful career. The media, sponsors, agents and individuals are part of a self-sustaining commercial alliance in which each of the partners promotes and supports the activities and interests of others. Sporting sponsorships and endorsements are seen as a valuable form of growth and development for athletes and are the most popular form of investment vehicle for companies. Sponsors assist in the provision of support for sporting events teams and performers through funding and expenditure. The media plays a large role when it comes to creating a figure in the sporting industry. By this I'm referring to the aspect of portraying a personality through media outlets. The media covers all events, making them available for viewers all over the world and leading towards a fan base for the individual. There have been a number of individuals in Sally Pearson's life that have been of great impact to her life decisions and pathways. Sharon Hannon acknowledged Sally at the Little Athletics State Championships when Sharon turned to Sally's mum and announced, "She's fast." From then on, Sharon soon took Sally under her wing to bring out the world athlete in Sally. Sharon went through similar aspects in her early life and understood the concept of setting aspiring goals. This certainly rubbed off onto Sally. Sally was raised as an only child with a single mother, which influenced Sally into becoming such an independent individual. From allowing and assisting in the change from gymnastics to athletics to signing Sally up to multiple little athletics teams and moving and travelling around the world in order for Sally to compete and train drove Sally into the woman she is today. As an overall conclusion, this VODCAST has allowed me to view the various angles to sports delivery systems can take in order to enhance the performance of an aspiring athlete. The sport delivery systems educated throughout this VODCAST allow us to understand the efforts portrayed in transforming an individual athlete into an elite star. This is supported through acknowledgement of the organisations that initiated training and performance measures for Sally to partake in. Overall, it has been evidently shown the filtering from an amateur athlete level through to an elite professional pursued through different variations of sport delivery systems. These delivery systems have transformed Sally Pearson to the woman she is today.